The Breakfast Club had Claudia Jordan on. She's from Real Housewives of Atlanta.
I was like, who is? I've seen the clip, but I didn't know where she was from. Are you a Real Housewives?
I am a Real Housewives fan. I mean, for my money, she is the best one and done Real Housewife in the sense that she was only on for a season. She went toe-to-toe with Nene Leakes, which is very difficult to do as one of the greatest housewives of all time. This is not relevant to the clip in the slightest. I just had to mention it because I'm a fan of Claudia's. Although, I don't know, I guess she did an interview with Hakeem Jeffries, which is the subject of it. Perhaps if I listened to it, I don't know, maybe I'd have a different opinion. But great Real Housewife, TBD on interviewing House Democratic leaders. Regardless.
Wait, this was before that. The fact that she got an interview, like that Hakeem Jeffries feels very comfortable sitting down with a Real Housewife. You know, like that's the level of scrutiny and pushback that he's comfortable with. I mean, no disrespect to her. Maybe it was amazing. Maybe she really was like, why are the Democrats not fighting? But again, it's pretty telling.
Exactly. I mean, this is the media that they're seeking out right now because they're terrified of being challenged from the left. It is not an area that they feel comfortable in. But what is becoming clear is that this is not just a crazy Bernie type storyline that they can kind of compartmentalize.
Yep.
The Israel stuff is crossing partisan lines in ways that they are so far behind in like completely grasping here. So this is just an offhand comment by Charlemagne the God. And it's so good making fun of Hakeem Jeffries. It makes me wish I thought of it sooner. But devastating moment yesterday on The Breakfast Club.
I love having the minority speaker, Hakeem Jeffries. Because, you know, I'm a political nerd. Like, I love talking
Charlemagne
politics.
hates him.
You do?
I don't hate him. I just don't think he stands for anything.
Well,
I think that I call him AIPAC Shakur. Like,
well, definitely, we did talk about messaging, and I actually went to the Capitol and had a meeting with him. And we talked about messaging and how I was like, the frustration with the party is y'all have to get more gangster. Like, stop going by the politics of the late 2000s, you know, in 2010, and you have to like rise to the occasion in the messaging. And he did. I saw him do more afterwards.
Hakeem is a puppet. Hakeem's not doing anything if Chuck Schumer don't tell him to do it. And it's simple as that.
The stare at the end is pretty good.
Wait, did he say the thing? He didn't say the AIPAC Shakur thing.
Yes, he did at the very beginning. I call him AIPAC Shakur.
Oh, he said it at the very beginning. Okay, can we play it again?
It also went over her head pretty much.
Yeah, that was really quiet. I want to hear it again.
You do?
I don't hate him. I just don't think he stands for anything.
Well,
I think that I call him AIPAC Shakur.
Oh,
well, definitely, we did talk about messaging, and I actually went.
That's what it was there.
Yes, the messaging. As a good friend of mine said, once in 100 years, Charlemagne is right about something. And I'm not a big Charlemagne fan. And anyone who's named the God, I'm like, hard pass. But his ability to be like off the cuff like this and just be honest, I think is nice. I do find him to fall into the little bit of the Bill Maher, Stephen A. Smith, kind of like centrist peddling and, you know, these extremists. But, you know, calling someone AIPAC Shakur, and I love that he gets put on blast about it. Like, Charlemagne hates him. Like, he's AIPAC Shakur. He should have explained what that means, but brilliant.
Yes. No, it's really, I mean, I think he reminds me of just like a standard actual independent voter.
Sure.
That is the lane he's sort of operating on. He's riding waves and responding to things, but that's how politics works. It's about persuasion. And when you have the AIPAC tag being used as like a pejorative on mainstream shows like this, Jeffries has to be worried, right? Like, he and other members of the Congressional Black Caucus met with Zohran Mamdani, I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago. Or it's coming up. But on the Sunday shows, he was going on and getting all, you know,
he
defensive.
said he had a good meeting with him before he went off to Africa, is what he said.
Went off, this snide remark before he went off to Africa. And
Jesus.
Sounds like a Zionist saying that, honestly.
Yes. It sounds like if it came out of the mouth of a white supremacist, you would not be shocked. Like, he made some like snide comment too in invoking the Congressional Black Caucus, which is just like an old school tactic for honestly Democrats 20 years older than him that he's trying
Easy
to
money.
deploy here, right? He's like, I'm going back to the Jim Clyburn school of smearing people in this way, implying that Zoran in some way is antithetical to the Black community because he lagged in certain areas of New York with his votes that are just like more conservative older Black voters in many ways that are turning up to the polls. And I'm not saying Charlemagne is like planting the flag to represent Black people, but I also want to say, like, Jeffries, look at your own district, which is, yes, a really diverse district with a lot of Black voters in it. Zoran won by 12 points.
Yep.
Like, this is something that if he wants to bluster through this, go ahead. But the primary challenge is coming, and he should be concerned about an Eric Cantor or a Joe Crowley situation.
I mean,
Crowley.
and the main discussion that was happening there was, I don't think he stands for anything, and I call him AIPAC Shakur. In other words, he's bought and sold for by this massive lobby that, you know, I mean, subtext committing genocide, and often uses Black districts and, you know, as like, you know, finding a puppet, right? Finding somebody, making Israel the issue, even though it's not an issue affecting that community, and often pitting Black candidates against one another. And then her response, no disrespect to Claudia, but she was like, well, we talked about messaging. And it's like, this is actually the thing about Zoran, is that Zoran does stand for something. Everyone wants to say, oh, well, he just has a really good media team, which it is great, but that is not what is happening. It's that he stands for things. He stands, as he says, relentlessly for the working class. And it's how many months has it been since he won? And we're still here. It's
over 2 months. Over 2 months.
It's so disheartening. They don't want they don't want to win. I mean, this is when I get into my conspiracy theorists. Like, I don't think you want to win. I think you'd rather lose and go to the bank with your loss. And then we all have to save democracy. Get out of here.
And I also think, you know, he wants to secure his job whenever he leaves Congress. What did Paul Ryan do after being the Speaker of the House? He's some corporate lobbyist. He's on some boards. He's making millions and millions of dollars. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the backwards hat you need.
Those
I don't have one near me.
Upsetting.
God, it was like the 80s color scheme. That was a choice.
I don't touch kids.
He was he was like the new face of the Democrat or the Republicans in the House. And then what do you know? He spent such little time in Congress because he cashed out. Jeffries is making sure that his options are open. And the Democratic Party, they're panicked too, because you're hearing reports about how the money is drying up. And you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Jeffries is in that position because of his ability to fundraise. Mm-hmm. So if they're worried about fundraising, it's like, shh, we'll be as corrupt as possible because this is the only way I know how to be a Democratic leader, is as a bundler or a fundraiser or a big money guy. And it's why he's going on the financial press, CNBC, to make his points too.
Yeah, I mean, look, the anti-war lane has been open. It's not just 2 years, right? It's been decades that the anti-war lane is open for Democrats. Obama won because of his stance on Iraq. Hillary lost. We are on a different timeline. Obviously, she should have never run in 2016 because of it. Trump tried to be the anti-war president. I mean, like, what more do you need to show that this is an open lane? And to Charlemagne's credit, I think you're exactly right. It's beyond politics. The dude's not, beholden to the Democrats at all. He's very independent. He's just going to say what it is. Gaza, it crosses party lines. It's basically in the culture at this point. It's the Theo Vaughn having on a doctor from Gaza on his most recent episode. You're like, where are we? But like CNN can't do that. Exactly.
It's a real problem for those legacy media outlets and their credibility, but it's a problem for anybody that's taken AIPAC money. When we talk about like appealing to people across the aisle and to voters, the Democrats' answer is to throw trans kids under the bus before they throw the AIPAC money in the trash. Yep. And there is not an issue right now that has more of a open lane for the independents, specifically based on polling. Yes, yep. Only 8% of Democrats currently support Israel's military action, but that's how Gallup or Pew, I forget which one, framed it. I think it was Gallup. We know it's a genocide. Only 8% of Democrats. But 25% of independents, that's like an overwhelming majority of independents are disgusted by what they're seeing right now. And that's what I think the Charlemagne clip represents, is somebody who is just like kind of, rides with the narrative and has their take, but using AIPAC as like a slur to say you're corrupt. That's what that's a stand-in for. And we can't trust you. That's important. Like, over the past 2 years, that's the development of this genocide, is that if you're associated with the Israel lobby, you're basically corrupted. And yep. I think many Americans already understand that.
That being said, AIPAC Shakur does write Dear Mama on a missile. I just want to, it's one of the many things that an AIPAC Shakur would do. I didn't have time to write more. Brian, anything else? But I can imagine that.
I do want to shout out, Charlemagne, everyone's crediting Charlemagne, and I do, it's a great that he said it. AIPAC Shakur has been on Twitter for a while. You can tweet it, you can search it. And also, I also want to shout out Brandon Sutton, who called, I believe, Cory Booker, it was, NWAPAC.
Yes, I've seen that. Brandon's
another
great.
Really good one. But, I mean, here's another constituent here. This is at a town hall in Oklahoma for Representative, get ready to put this up, Brian, Representative Josh Brecheen. This is just another thing. This is clipped by ACYM, but this is off of C-SPAN. This is the popular sentiment in the country, and the Democrats are afraid to stand up to it because a lot of them have taken tens of thousands of dollars in order to, lie about this stuff.
Can I finish? Okay.
Go ahead.
Can I finish? Okay. So you guys, whatever AIPAC pay for congressmen. Okay. Now, last month, before you even come into this meeting, you went to Israel.
I did go to Israel.
There is no other country allowed to take 40 member or 30 member of Congress, American Congress, to a different country. You didn't go to Britain. Did you go to Canada? These are our allies too. Did you go to, I don't want you to go to Lebanon. I'm Lebanese. I don't want you to go to Lebanon. I don't want you to pay Lebanon.
How about Syria?
Well, but don't go to Syria.
That's what I've been working on for 2 weeks. Do you know about the genocide that's happening in Soweto?
I know. I follow up with it. I completely. I can discuss that with you all day. But this.
Go ahead.
Can I finish? Okay. So,
as if Israel has nothing to do with what's going on in Syria.
Yeah. Seriously. This is what, reoccupying southern Syria? Cool.
Bombing every country they can.
But yeah, why are y'all going over there all the time?
Right.
Why is that like it's spring break, time to go to Israel for half the Congress?
Because it's free.
Insane.
Because it's a spiritual experience.
Steny Hoyer, we saw the video of Steny Hoyer being like, I've been there 26 times. Just live there.
It's insane.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can tell which is right-wing framing and which isn't too. Like I bristle at the foreign lobbyist, foreign government stuff in many ways, even though it's like you take what you can get right now because we need anybody to be standing up in opposition to this. But it's not a foreign lobbyist or a foreign Israeli, and by Republican standards, Jewish infiltrators into our society that are blackmailing people in the way that they're talking about. I mean, obviously, I think Epstein had Mossad connections, but it's about corruption very plainly, and Israel being an extension of U.S. imperialism, not this like little country that has this outsized influence that is perverting our politics from something that it always was. We know that. And like, it also lets Trump get off the hook too. That's a bit of why they're running with the narrative, as if it's like, the infiltrators, even though Trump is like a party to this, as are really both the Democrats and the Republicans.
Yeah, I think that's a really important point. Just lastly on that, I remember because working around Palestine in like 2003, and 2004, and it'd be like, Israel controls the United States and Israel controls these, is like controlling all of your politicians. Right. Like, no, they're not. Our politicians are open, for sale. And our job as Americans is to stop aid and military assistance to this country. It's to divest, it's to sanction, and it's to boycott. That is what we can do. And of course, that begins with the Democratic Party, where we have the most leverage and the most pressure. It is not Israel calling the shots. It is our coward-ass politicians.
Exactly. Let's go to 20 here, just because while I have you, Francesca, is this the same clip? Same town hall that you just played, Matt, or is this a different town hall? Oh, okay, yeah, same town hall. In that same town hall with Representative John Brasheen of Oklahoma, who's very animated.
Yeah, something's got him stimulated.
Something.
Maybe it's the
He's aroused.
Nerves.
Yeah, something's going on. I don't know. I'm just, it was a little odd, but
It's the power of Christ, I think.
yeah, I guess.
The powder of Christ.
He's on that gender-affirming care of testosterone.
Exactly. Now, this sounds like a throwback. This is throwback Islamophobia back to, like, I feel like Obama era or even Bush second term. This is a flavor that we haven't heard in a little while, but the Republicans are playing all the hits.
We've got Sharia law trying to be set up in America today. Absolutely, we do.
Hell yeah.
You have Sharia law trying to be established in America today. The Muslim Brotherhood is the ideology, and you've got a Turkey president, guys. We're not going to turn into chaos. We've been really good to each other today. Turkey has a president who has made statements.
There's a Turkey as a president?
Can you pause it? Sorry, wait. Go ahead, Francesca.
I'm sorry, is there a Turkey as a president? Is that...
Is Turkey
that's
over
obviously
there,
concerning.
He is shaped like that, gourd-like, but I guess...
hang on, Sharia law. I haven't finished my point. Everyone shut up.
Right. Okay.
There's snacks in the back. I know you're hungry.
He's torturing a nursing home right now, it looks like.
Look, I'm sorry. I've talked with the teachers in Oklahoma. People are really fighting the good fight.
Oh, yeah.
But I hear this guy talk, and I can't help but recall the fact that Oklahoma is ranked number 50 in education. Like, good effing Lord. Like, this guy.
The Muslim Brotherhood is the ideology, and you've got a Turkey president, guys. We're not going to turn into chaos. We've been really good to each other today. Turkey has a president who has made statements relative to reestablishing the Ottoman Empire, and he wants to be...
They're like, when does it happen? Because I am really tired of your leadership. I feel like we need an Ottoman Empire here. Sharia law doesn't sound so bad.
I know.
Jews and Muslims got along a lot better than under Zionism, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Well, I bet we would say that as people in New York who just elected somebody who's ran on a platform of Sharia law. We know this just because we just intuit it by the name and the religion, and we can figure it out already.
It's not going to stop. I mean, with Zoran, it's never going to stop, and which is wild. And it's coming, and it's still going to come from Democrats. They're not going to stop attacking him. Sorry, I know every conversation leads back to Zoran, but.
I brought it there, but it was the same thing, by the way, with the Islamophobic attacks on Obama. Who started those in the primary in 2008? Remember?
Yeah, but also Ilhan Omar. I mean, come on. Ilhan Omar has been attacked left and right for years now. The joke from Lauren Boebert about having a bomb in her backpack. Rashida Tlaib, same thing. And we also have to defend them as well. But it is weird to hear it again. Like Sharia, they're going back.
And Turkey. They're going back to the Ottoman Empire here. I mean, look, I've heard some conspiracy theories about that are deeply Islamophobic on the right, but they usually center around Iran or countries in like the Middle East that explicitly back up our kind of military aims there. I have not heard Turkey in quite a while. That seems very specific.
All the questions at this town hall were about grocery prices. And he's screaming about the Ottoman Empire.
The turkey is like, wrong turkey.
Oklahoma State dual degree in animal science and agricultural communications. Then he went straight to work for Tom Coburn. I mean, what's going on?
Yeah. Where's
NJ
those wildcat strikes?
I dislike the Turkish leader too, but I think we have bigger issues with the Israeli leadership. Verbonia says Turkey's president pardons a condemned man every Thanksgiving. The Muslim Brotherhood thing, that is just like that's old school.
The ideology.
Obviously.
What are you talking about?
But remember Clock Boy with Glenn Beck? Like it's like that vintage.
Oh yes. But the Obama stuff, I feel like we need to emphasize this because it is a precursor to the Democrats allowing for all this Islamophobic hate directed towards Ilhan Omar and others. It was reported at the time that Hillary Clinton's team, it appeared like they were the ones who were behind leaking that photo of Obama in I think it was some traditional garb.
Oh, geez,
so
yes.
If you remember this, they were also darkening his skin in ads. And then you get birtherism. Just saying the political economy is a place where you can make narratives, and the Democrats have the ability to create narratives. That's part of what they should be doing. It's what Republicans have done my whole lifetime. Benghazi, what have you, cancel culture, all this. And they do sometimes do that, create narratives, but it's to smear the left or anyone who's left of the dead center.
Yeah, and I think embracing immigrants and actually talking about them and talking to them. And I mean, because you think about places like Oklahoma or, Springfield, right, where the Haitian immigrants were targeted. And you think about Muslim immigrants. I mean, again, the Democrats do not embrace or talk about Arab Americans or Muslim Americans. Despite their leadership, Rep. Omar and Rep. Tlaib are often sidelined. So again, this is you are going to get rolled, and you participate in your own rolling, as you just said. You participate in the racist attacks, just like against Zoran and everything. And it's so sick because what's going to happen next, right? Okay, so they're rounding up immigrants now. What if you're convinced there's Sharia law? So then you have to round up Muslim Americans as well. That's going to be important. We're living in a time when they're reopening places that interned Japanese Americans during World War II to house immigrants. They're going to run out of people. So they're going to start with people's religions or people's political beliefs, on and on and on.
Absolutely. The concentration camps and what they had constructed down in Florida are they're interning these folks, but it's this other layer where they're also torturing them. So you can see the internment plans for the Japanese being used, but also bringing back our tactics from the war on terror onto domestic soil.
Yep. Palantir, man, and all of it's been leading to Palantir, hasn't it? Ever since the Patriot Act.
Yeah. I don't think we've ended up booking them or getting them on the show. It's a hard week, but Amnesty International has this investigation out about Palantir just completely getting handfuls of money over and over in contracts under this administration and their role in our foreign policy and our deportation
Amnesty's
regime.
doing this?
Amnesty had a basically investigation out about Palantir.
If Amnesty's look, we have to do a Palantir investigation, that's terrifying.
Yeah, it said tech made by Palantir and Babel Street post surveillance threats to pro-Palestine protesters and migrants. And it's just an analysis of the technology that's being used against them. So, but the Ottoman Empire is what we got to worry about here. Yeah. Francesca, thank you so much for coming on. I know you got to run to the airport, and if anybody is in the Houston area, and you want a fun Thursday night, check out
other
Francesca.
Places in Texas. It's not that big, right? So just come on over from San Antonio or El Paso or the other one, Austin.
Casual night,
14-hour drive.
Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah. Drive
Sleep
all night.
in your car.
Sleep in your car, calling all stalkers. Yes, thank you so much for having me. Come see me Thursday. Go watch the new video, youtube.com/FrannyFio. Tuesdays, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, streaming on that channel. Thank you all.
Thank you, Francesca.
Later.
Great to see you.
Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.